Assalamu alaikum, brothers. So, there are times in our life that we start losing our iman, that we start losing our faith in Allah, that we forget about the Almighty who created us all. So, today in this video, I'm going to discuss with you about how to regain back your iman, how to get back your iman, and how to recognize it that you have lost your iman. So, let's start this video. I am Ayan Hussain, and I help young men how to be more religious as well as masculine and keep it in balance to help others. If you like this type of content, then make sure to subscribe this channel and leave a like on this video. So, let's start. Okay, so a man is tested through hardships and trials in his life, and those trials can be in a lot of different forms. For example, those can be physical trials, like when you are feeling ill, when you are sick, when you are not feeling well, when you are not feeling like praying. Those can be emotional trials when you are having problems with your family, your friends, your spouse, or your children's. Those can be financial trials when you're broke and you can't afford the things that you want, that you need. And those are the times when your faith is tested the most. A true man comes back to Allah as at those times. Keeps coming back to Allah, reminds himself that all these things is temporary and we have to get back to Allah. If you are not religious, then you will start going to haram. You may start partying, hookups, one night stands, or maybe start drinking too. But if you are a religious person, if you are a real man, then you will come back to Allah. Because I have seen masculine people, masculine men who are religious, whom no one has seen cry, ever cry. They're strong in front of everyone, but they come and beg to Allah about to to make things better and how to get back everything. They beg to Allah, they pray to Him, they cry in front of Him. I'm not saying you can cry in front of everyone. Men can cry, but you just need to cry in front of the personality, the being who listens to you. And trust me, he listens to you more than anyone will listen to you, because he is your best friend, he is your creator. He loves you more than 70 mothers. Like, just imagine, one mother loves you so much that she can give the whole world to you, and he loves you more than 70, just as much as 70 mothers. Yeah. So we can't be in the peak of belief each and every second, every day of our life, and that's completely normal. The important thing is that you need to keep reminding yourself of all these things. You need to keep coming back to Allah. If you forget about paradise and hellfire, that they even exist, then you'll start living in a way that you'll lose your connection with them, and you'll start living in a way that they don't even exist. You will give in to your temptations, you will give in to your nerves, and after that there comes the depression, stress, anxiety, and all the hardships. You may be happy too, you may be happy too, but if you are religious, you need to keep reminding yourself of all the things that you believe in, or you will lose your connection to Allah and the things He made. For example, imagine you can't sleep and it's 1 a.m. at night. You are super horny, so you pull out your phone and you'll start watching, like, Instagram models, or you start watching porn. If you're a religious person, if you keep reminding yourself of all the things, then you will catch yourself doing haram and you will put your phone away and start doing something else. But if you are not religious person, if you don't remind yourself of all the halal things and haram things, then after a few minutes you will catch yourself that you are jerking off, and you don't even care whether it's right or wrong. It's not just about health, it's about your belief too. And if you don't remind yourself, if you don't keep reminding yourself, then your iman will decrease, and maybe your faith is will be left so little that isn't enough, even enough to function properly, that isn't even enough to keep your heart connected to Allah. So there's one simple thing that keeps your iman maintained. Salah reminds you 5 times a day of Allah, of the being, of the paradise, of the hellfire. Salah comes from a word that means, that's sila, and sila means connection. That means salah is the connection between you and Allah. And you, as long as you're praying, there's a connection maintained, even if your 99% prayers are empty. And I am no one, we are no one to say to believe or say that our prayers are going empty. But still, even if 99% of your prayers are going empty, when you are not focused in prayers, when you are not focused in salah, at least 1%, when you cried in front of Allah, when you begged to Allah, when you have made dua in sajda, and you prayed well, maybe that 1% would be enough to keep your heart connected to Allah, to forgive all your sins on the judgment day. So, as long as you're praying, the connection between you and the Almighty Creator is maintained. You keep reminding yourself of the things that exist that you believe in. So, sure, don't stop praying. And there are times in our life when we don't feel like praying, when we stop praying for a while. And then there comes something, a sudden motivation, you think about something or you see something somewhere that motivates you to start praying again. Maybe it can be a friend, maybe it can be a YouTube video, maybe it can be you being grateful for all the things that you have been given. But the thing that motivates most of the person as a Muslim, you know that hellfire and paradise exists. You may forget, but you know about it. So just imagine that you stopped praying completely and you wake up in the grave next day, and the angels come and start asking you a question: who is your Lord? Who is your Prophet? What is your Iman? And you can't even open your mouth in front of them to answer those questions. Why? Because you didn't have Iman, you didn't have faith. Here's a quick tip: start living the life in a way that it's your last day on earth. Like tomorrow you'll die. Start living in a way that tomorrow you will die, and the all the good deeds and the sins will be calculated from the last day of your death, like today. So imagine if you are going to die, and actually you are going to die, and tomorrow you'll wake up in grave and all the good deeds and your sins will be calculated from this last day. Then wouldn't you pray 5 times a day and be in your best behavior, be the kindest person you can be, or won't give in to your temptations? Yeah, it's different for most of the people from this generation who will think that they should have fun in it's the last day of the in the planet, or they're going to die tomorrow. But if you're religious, if we are Muslims, we know that all these things exist. So if we know that tomorrow we are going to die, we will pray 5 times a day, we will be kind, we will help other people, and we won't even give into our temptations. So start living in a way that you're going to die tomorrow, because you may die tomorrow, I may die tomorrow, there's no guarantee that I'll live tomorrow. Okay, so that's all for today. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, smile, it's sunnah.